Phase 5 circle is on top of the hill. This has
Fnatic, Fnatic's been gifted.
I know, we've seen some absolutely outrageous circles here in this one. My goodness, well, Naruto goes down. Actually, one back for 0 Degree as Bishma is taken out of the picture as well. But look at this. It's more of a cluster of teams just trying the hardest to get close to this hill, which has been chosen by the gods of PUBG Mobile.
And 0 Degree, they have the center of the circle. Yes, like I said, they're not exactly super high ground. They've got to be aware of Fnatic, but they're focusing on Seoul and the Palihoni.
Oh, like shooting fish in a barrel here for Entity as they have the high ground over 3 teams, Seoul, Nepali, Honi, and Megastars as well. But they have to be wary because Fnatic have the highest of the high grounds. As we're going into some crazy, crazy situations here. As 0 Degree God thankfully managed to land in the dip there, so he will safely be revived.
Exactly, and you talk about 0 Degree. They were on 7 kills because they had the center circle position for so many of those phases, working very nicely for this team.
Scout spots up more players here. Godlike as well have entered this battle.
Now, I would like to see Fnatic split a little bit kind of more thinly. All of their members are kind of in a bit of a cluster. Yes, they have the high ground, but it would be, in my opinion, a little bit wiser to gain more vision and awareness of the other teams by splitting up.
Orb official and INS dealing lots of deadly blows here. But speaking of deadly blows, K-Lay was not expecting to lay down dead instantly from AmAn, who goes in for more as well. Junior's there just behind the vehicle. Let's see then. Oh, brilliant position there from Scout. Couldn't quite connect it though because Blazy manages to prone just at the right time.
And then Scout backs away, realizes it's not worth it. Disconnect connects onto a member of Elementrix. You still have full 0 Degree squad. You still have full INS and full Orb official squad. But Synergy eliminated in 10th place, now down to 9 teams. And with this next circle shift, Alex, it's heading into phase shift. It's phase 6. It centers up, and 0 Degree are the only team that are comfortably inside the circle.
Once again, the circle is favoring 0 Degree. Elementrix are out in 9th. Seoul as well, 2 players remaining, Mortal and Regaltos, and right now it's a toss of the coin whether or not they're going to survive because AmAn has such a good angle here onto Mortal. He's still able to get away, 4 bullets remaining for the Scar. Maybe just finishing off Regaltos here as he can't quite find Mortal anymore.
And the tough thing for Fnatic is they need to go down this hill. That's why I talked about in the previous phase, split up so you can spread yourself thinly and find the information so you have a clearer rotation. Now they're kind of rotating a little bit blindly, although they can still catch a couple of these teams out.
Bishma, low HP, going to be healing himself up. Mazik is down 2. You can see here, Trigger just hops over the top. And actually, I'm speaking about INS, but actually goes against them in their favor. Bishma is downed, and now we have the overall head view of the map. Mortal is out, Regaltos is out. Unfortunately for the fans here, Seoul is also out in 8th. And yeah, I mean, to the east, we've got Godlike Dash. To the west, we have 0 Degree in the best possible position inside the circle. INS 2 with a comfortable position.
And you know who this kind of really quickly favors the most? Entity Gaming. They're still in this game. They're on top of the table, and they're looking consistent once again with 10 kills already.
But who's going to come out on top in Game 3? Orb have been spotted out now by Smokey, as he's going to try and smoke 2 of the players. Let's see, Max Cash is getting sprayed down. 1 player down. Godlike Dash as well from above. Just like a god, comes down with 1. And look at the HP there for Mazik. He's just dwindling away from death. 1 bullet, a breath of fresh air. Even being touched by someone, he's going to go down.
But they're not in the circle. That's the most important thing. They
is.
have to get those kills, take out Orb Visual, gives them more space, but they've got to instantly focus and turn their attentions onto Godlike, Entity, and Fnatic.
Oasis is down, and that could mean only 1 player. Yes, 1 player remains now for Fnatic, 1 player for Nepali Honi, 2 for Entity Gaming, 2 for Godlike, and then 4 for INS, and also for 0 Degree. It seems like it's these 2 teams who are in the paramount position to try and close out Game 3.
0 Degree. They played that play to go into the center circle early stages. They faced pressure from Fnatic. They survived, and they are reaping the benefits.
Yep, 2 more players from Godlike down. Godlike now out in 6th. Ironic because there's the number of the beast. However, God himself, my goodness, what a array of words this has been. Now sandwiched between Entity and another team as well, just slightly above them. It seems like Jonathan and AmAn just want to wait out and weather the storm here.
And what Zero Degree are doing really well is they're playing their position so effectively and using every inch of the hilltop of the mountain areas to their advantage.
Climbing over the hill, shooting into the smoke, hoping to connect the bullets through it to try and finish off Bishma, but he has been revived onto low HP, instantly down again by Surya. However, it's Smoky this time with the hipfire up close with one, tries to get away, but he's down. Blazy as well in the midst of all of this is getting shot from the side. Everyone is currently in a chaos storm, but look at the Mac-10 from God, just up close, ramping everyone down. Trigger as well, actually winning the exchange with the Scar. AK, 2 bullets from Surya, has to reload. He actually reloads for the extended mag, but Joker with the Scar wipes them all out. And just like that, 0 Degree out in 4. 3 teams remaining, only 2 players. Joker has to survive and revive 2 players, but he's being shot at. It seems like from behind, but it's so hard to tell. Actually, no, it's towards the west. Disconnect is alone. Entity Gaming might just finish off Disconnect here. We're about to get into whoa. We're about to get into something very strange here. About to get into a 2 versus 2. Disconnect, fair play, mate. He stayed quiet, silently, waited for everyone else to kill each other, collected 3rd place for his team.
What did I say? Entity, 12 kills, 2nd place, 3rd game in a row in the top 5 with a bunch of points and a bunch of kills. But who's going to come out on top? Because it is 3 against 2.
INS Trigger coming to the flank near the airdrop, gets spotted out in the open there by AmAn. Brilliant play from them, using the airdrop as bait as he gets more shots into the toes of Joker. Joker to the left. He also has Smokey as well to the right. AmAn going for everything here, trying to solo the play. Gets 1 kill, finishes off Trigger, goes in for more. Oh, he does actually slow down the pace here. Thank you very much, Observer, for the split screen. It's very hard to follow this one, as you've got Joker just trying to heal up from the side. Didn't anticipate exactly where Jonathan was.
2 against 2, 2 against 2. Although in saying that Joker is knocked down, so INS under pressure.
Here we go, Smokey just with the car as well. Damage dealt to him here. Jonathan just on top of the rock, being able to hit fire them both down. And just like that, it is the win for Entity Gaming. They came, 5th after just 2 games now with the chicken dinner here as well. They are going to be propelled forward.
5th game 1, 2nd game 2, chicken dinner game 3. If you're looking for a team to focus on when it comes to consistency, Entity are your team right now. And I remember when we first started talking to the other guys, Illustrato was one of the first people to point out Entity as a dark horse team. And by God, is he proving himself right. I would love to see him. I would love to hear from him touching upon that when it goes to the analysis desk. But what a great game indeed. Fnatic looked pretty strong for a lot of the game. I touched upon their rotation being very effective on the East Coast, and they held on to it nicely. But remember when I talk about being 1-2 steps ahead, they had a full squad, and they done the split push in previous games. That was the time that they should have gone split pushing, because if that circle, like it did, shifted far away from them, they had nowhere to go, and they instantly went down to just 1 player left in the next couple of minutes, and that was all because of their own doing, unfortunately.
I want to speak as well and touch upon the Parley Ho-Ni. There were 6 teams left. If you remember, there were 6 teams. 2 teams had 1 player remaining, and Nepali Ho-Ni was one of them.
Yep.
Disconnect was just chilling in his vehicle, in his hot ride, down at the bottom of the hill, and managed to survive versus 3 more teams and collect a plethora of points for his team. So fair play, job well done. However, this isn't a situation, Imperium, where we're thinking, just survive, get top 16. These teams need to get top 5 to have any chance of progressing forward. So we need to see more.
Yeah, and I know Nepali Ho-Ni will be a little bit disappointed with their performance so far in the games. Yes, when we look back at the play-ins, they left it till the last game of the 2nd day to climb themselves up into top 16. Yes, did they end up in 5th? Of course, but
you have to be active across the map, finding kills left and right, and this is exactly the kind of playstyle that wins tournaments from Entity Gaming.
I mean, like we said, they were in 1st place without the chicken before this game. I feel like this chicken is just an added bonus, like, hey, thanks for the chicken. I mean, we don't really need it.
We're vegetarian.
We're vegetarian, so we'll give it away later.
Let's look at our top 5 players from that last game, and you have to look at this. AmAn, I mean, 8 kills for him. exactly what you want to see out of the team. If they can continue this pace, Neo as well at 4 kills for himself, and we're having a lot of players out of Entity to make the top 5.
Yeah, it is none other than Entity Man. 8 kills for him. 7
kills, by the way, but dominant in this circle. Just goes to show rotations are all you need here, right? It's all you need to have to try and push forwards, and they're doing exactly that. They're doing their country proud. Nice entry from Nepal, of course, and AmAn as well, still in the running for them. I'm a big fan of the fact that there are very, very few players left alive in this circle. It means that it's going to be intensely tactical, and there's going to be a little bit less chaos coming on through as, okay, maybe a little bit of chaos for INS as Dryger goes down, and Oasis actually picks up the kill there, so 7 kills now for Fnatic.
You have to love this man on Fnatic right now. He is making the Fnatic fans absolutely proud. Circle drops down to the south. This provides so much good room for Fnatic to play around.
Oh dear, yeah.
This could be their shout into the game. This could be their shot going forward. 0 Degree, they are now out in 6th.
But a huge number of kills, bringing them up to 16 points on the game. And now everyone's going to be looking to try and push on through. Nepali Honi looking to try and exit their compound now. AmAn with their entry. 3 players still alive as Entity make that rotation as well. And they're all looking to hold it down. About a minute left as Nepali Honi need to try and figure out their exit strategy. Mr. Kyozu not quite taking the shots there.
Joker directly in the center of the circle all by himself. You could pretty much bet that the only option he has left is to do a little bit of interpretive dance and hopefully come out on top after it.
Hard cover being built by Oasis as he knows where AmAn is. He knows where everyone else is as well. Entity right in front of them, trying to strike out. Joker just hoping against hope that nobody's going to look his way. Last hope for INS, and trying to get it done. Nepali Honi have started to exit, and LR2 is going to be able to pick up that crate in the meantime. Don't know if he's right on top of it or if he's managed to get it already. A nade is pulled. He exposes himself but puts it back away. Puts the pin back in. Instead wants the firefight. Paratosh has been knocked in the meantime, so the southern power for Fnatic maybe a little bit knocked away.
Yeah, dwindling a little bit now. AUG in the hands of LR2. Very, very accurate. We know these boys on mobile can absolutely control the sprays with the gyro in hand, but LR2 gets a nasty spray from Jonathan, which will take him down. All these teams starting to come together now, John. The circle will push them ever closer. AmAn looking for disconnect.
Nepali Honi making that push. This is the time they need to start to try and get those kills, but disconnect going down early to Entity. As they hold it out, they're playing spoiler. They know that they're playing around this care package, but it is not in this circle. They will get pushed on through. They need to make some smart rotations, try and figure out what they can get. There he goes, but he's already down very, very low. Will get knocked as well. 2 players now for Nepali Honi, and they're all out in the blue. Maybe just looking to try and heal it away, but don't think they're going to be lasting too much longer.
Big story from this is that Joker here will now ladder up into 4th place if they should die outside the circle. So close, Joker can feel the bullets zipping past his face.
Bunker down, try and stay alive for as long as possible. Nepali Honi not quite done, but they will get knocked. LR2, last standing now, tries to get the kill point, will be able to get it done, and looks to try and make the run. I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. Blank goes down, and with it, Nepali Honi out in 5th as Joker falls in 4th, picking up the kills just in time, but now Fnatic and Entity clamoring for this next circle, but Entity have further to go, and AmAn are in the way.
Oasis gets knocked now. Just Ronak and Paratosh alive. They're looking to go for the res, but it's AmAn who's starting to send the hail of bullets on the way over to AmAn right now. The hot lead is hitting the cold floor.
Junior goes down, one of the strongest players for AmAn, as we said, so they're going to have to bide their time. Go for the res as Jonathan makes the break out wide. Looking to try and push onto Fnatic's position. Hopefully they'll be able to spot out just what is coming their way.
Fnatic absolutely need this. It's the burst of confidence towards the beginning of the tournament, which potentially give a little bit of an adrenaline boost going forward.
Continue to go forwards. Jonathan, I think, has got information now. Will start to go for the shots, but they know now that the tree is the risk factor. They think it's the rock, but no, he breaks out wide. The nade's coming through now, but Oasis gets knocked. Jonathan able to find the opening as Paratosh goes down as well. Anthony trying to play spoiler, but in come AmAn saving the day. As Fnatic, they're given chance after chance, and they are going to try and figure it out. Elementrix spoiling this push, but everybody going to have to move on forwards.
AmAn pushed by the circle. Ronak knows he has to move in, gets over towards where Oace is just about to drop out. Does not get him down. Instead, decides to take this play onto Junior. He'll have to run in as well. It's AmAn and Ronak. He's trying to move the vehicle around, give himself a little bit of cover. Surprisingly survives for long possible. AmAn now moving in, 2 down. Hyozu still alive. He gets it. Entity towards the top with just 1 man remaining. It is AmAn.
Fantastic stuff coming out from that squad. AmAn, time and time again, showing up for Entity Gaming, claiming yet another chicken dinner. Beautiful stuff. And they regain their strength. They keep their power alive.
Gatak, everyone praises this man, but is AmAn. All cheers round for this guy against all odds. Towards that end of the circle, dealing with Elementrix, dealing with the Parley Honey, INS, as well as Fnatic. They make it happen in that last circle. Incredible game from Entity, and they remain steadfast on top of the standings.
Huge numbers of points being racked on up, getting 15 kills, 35 points. If you top that up to the 77 they started with, they're now on 112. They are sailing clear of everybody else on the standings right now.
Oh yeah, there is some winds are billowing for this team as they go ever forward. And you said about Fnatic to get their rudder sorted at the beginning of that game, but it's instead Entity who just get the sails up in time and move forward. Incredible game from them. Incredible composure that entire time. The rotations as well were so strong, John.
Absolutely. I think Vikendi might be the map of Fnatic. It might be where they find their strength. With the strength of the rotations that they were displaying, I think I'm valid in saying that because, of course, it's a little bit more liquid, it's a little bit more fluid on a lot of the other maps, whereas it's very node-based, compound-based. On Vikendi, Fnatic have a very clear plan and they can execute it perfectly.
There's one thing we can say here. Byfield's telling me all the time, the Spider-Man quote, if you're nothing without Scout, do you deserve to have Scout on board? They've shown us today here.
I guess good karma goes a long way for Fnatic because they had the Angel Redemption coming back to help them later on.
Yeah, I mean, they were non-stop action all game. That's why they had 8 kills. There's 1 point, Paratosh, the last remaining member alive from the squad. They had 2 members down on the team. They got the clutch. They were able to save the day. They got the revives, but unfortunate for them, the circle was all the way up to the northeast, so they had to kind of run across the open field. Didn't work out for them, but they got some placement points. Let's check out the top damage leaders.
And I think the last member on their squad just had a vehicle, and the moment he got out of that vehicle, he was instantly shot down as well. But as you said, top 5 players. AmAn, no any surprises here. AmAn just did so well. Surya to follow him, 6 kills for the both of them, but 682 damage on AmAn.
Yeah, we got 3 Entity Gaming members up there now. Earlier we had 2, so we're just missing 1 more.
Yeah, just 1 more.
Well, they said they wanted to frag out, right? Turn everyone into an assault, everyone into a fragger, and well, 3 players are able to do just that, picking up quite a few kills in that game. But you still have to talk about Surya on 0 degree, getting 6 kills for himself. And Oace, look at him. He has a ridiculous amount of damage done on top of that, 759.
I guess everybody's looking at AmAn because of what he did at the very end of that game, but I do want to point out how
overall standings now, lads, because it is getting into the final game of the day in a couple of minutes time, and of course you can see Entity. Look at that lead. Wow, I think that's 48 points if I'm not mistaken.
That is a lot of
58
here.
if I can do math correctly.
It's almost twice actually. So similar to what we saw from ETG Brawlers yesterday. Now they have 2 chicken dinners. This is actually kind of crazy.
I'm trying to calculate in my head if it was 58 or 48. I can't tell.
I'll get you back. I'll get you back after the break. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You just keep doing your hosting over here. You're doing a great job.
48.
2 chicken dinners.
I did it myself.
Okay, he's got it. 2 chicken dinners from Entity, though. I mean, definitely not something I expected. I like that they were fragging out at the beginning of the day.